What's up YouTube? Alvaro here. Welcome to the Bilingual Stock Market channel again. In this channel we talk about the stock market and we do it in two different languages, English and Spanish, so you can pick your preferred language. And in this video, and as we have been doing it Mondays through Thursdays, I want to make a quick stock market update going over what happened today in the S&P 500, which is the most important index of the United States stock market. And at the end of the video, I want to share with you guys, I want to tell you guys the 3 stocks on the top of my watch list for tomorrow's trading session. So let's get started, guys. And first of all, let's go over the 4 major indices of the United States stock market. So today we had the Dow Jones positive on the day, up 0.58%. Then we have the Nasdaq 100, which also went up today, up 0.38%. The Russell 2000 also up 0.73%, and the S&P 500 also positive on the day, up 0.29%. And today we had a very crazy and volatile day in the markets, guys. And why? Well, because we had Mr. Jerome Powell, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, coming out at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to talk about the economy, and at 2 p.m. we also had the Federal Reserve interest rate decision, okay? So the interest rate of the United States of America remains the same, but most importantly, guys, is what Mr. Jerome said, okay? Jerome Powell said basically that, first of all, the economy is not overheating, okay? He also said that the long-term inflation that the Federal Reserve is expecting is 2%. So we don't have any hyperinflation coming up according to what the Federal Reserve thinks, okay? And what the markets, what the financial markets liked the most about what Mr. Jerome said was, first, that the Fed will continue to increase bond purchases for at least $80 billion per month until further notice, okay? The markets love that, okay? Whenever the Fed says that they are going to keep on, pumping money into the economy, that is something that is highly appreciated by the financial markets. And second, Mr. Powell said that the Fed will keep on using, and I am quoting here Mr. Jerome Powell, they will keep on using their full range of tools to help the economy, okay? Meaning that the odds for the Federal Reserve to raise the interest rate of the United States of America is 0, guys. 0, at least for the foreseeable future, okay? And what you guys can see on your screens is the S&P 500, and on the 5-minute chart of the S&P 500, take a look at this, guys. So we pretty much traded within a 25-point range all day long, guys, until 2 p.m., okay? Once the Federal Reserve interest rate decision came out, take a look at what happened, okay? We jumped 30 points in a matter of seconds, guys, and we actually hit a new all-time high in the S&P 500 at 39.83, okay? And we closed the day at 39.74, okay? So tomorrow, guys, the goal for the bulls is clearly going to be 4,000 points. I think that we are heading to 4,000 points in the S&P 500, probably tomorrow, okay? And to the downside, let me pull up here the 1-hour chart, and to the downside we have 2 very important levels of support tomorrow, okay? Take a look at these, guys. 39.34, okay, was the low of today's trading session, and 39.34 was actually a resistance back in February 17th of this year, okay? So as I have been telling you guys here on the channel, nothing happens in the stock market as a coincidence, okay? So the bulls held today as a lower support what was a former resistance back on February 17th, okay? And if the bears tomorrow happened to take the S&P 500 lower than the low of today's trading session, which, as I said before, was 39.35, 39.34. So to the downside, we have another very important level of support in the S&P 500, which is going to be 39.15, okay? And why? Well, because 39.15, guys, was a support for this index back on March 12th, March 11th, and it was a resistance for the bulls in the S&P 500 back on March 10th. All right, then we also had this labeled as a resistance back on March 2nd, March 1st, and lastly also on February 25th, okay? So you never know what can happen in the stock market. So if tomorrow we happen to see some sort of downside in the S&P 500, please keep in mind that the first foreseeable level of support in this index is going to be 39.34, and if that level of support is broken to the downside, the next level of support is going to be 39.14. Okay guys, and when it comes to the 3 stocks on the top of my watch list for tomorrow's trading session, the first one is going to be actually a SPAC, CLII. And in the case of CLII, let me pull up here the chart real quick if I happen to find it. There you go. Okay, I need the 4-hour chart, which is my favorite chart when it comes to doing technical analysis. So in the case of CLII, guys, this is a SPAC that I am very bullish on, you know. And why? Well, because this SPAC wants to take public EVgo, all right? And EVgo is a company that has a network of electric vehicles charging stations in 14 countries, okay? This is a very well established company, right? EVgo. So I think that this is a SPAC, a special purpose acquisition company, that actually stands out of the bunch, okay? Today, CLII went down 4.95%, okay, it had a tough day. And check this out, guys. As of now, we find CLII 57% of its highs, okay? So we have a very attractive discount on this SPAC, and I actually purchased today 100 shares at something like $12.40 per share, and I am planning on holding these shares, guys, for quite some time. All right, I am very bullish, as I said before, in this SPAC, okay? So I would actually like to add more shares to the position that I opened today if we happen to see CLII dropping down to $11.52 or $11.40 approximately, okay? We have a very important resistance coming up, which is going to be the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart at around $13.60, okay? And why? Well, because $13.38 or $13.44 was a former resistance for CLII back on March 5th and March 9th of this year, okay? And if CLII happens to break that resistance, then the next foreseeable resistance for this SPAC is going to be $15 approximately, okay? And why? Well, because $15, as you guys can see over here, was a previous support for CLII back in late February, all right? My price target in the case of this SPAC, guys, is going to be near the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart at around $17.50 or $18, okay? So, in my opinion, and remember that I am not a financial advisor, guys, so if any of you guys wants to either take a trade or invest in CLII, you have to do your own research work and reach your own conclusions. But in my opinion, anything near $11.60 or $11.50 is a screaming buy. Or maybe if any of you likes to trade on momentum, CLII might be a momentum play if you guys notice that it is about to break or burst above $13.50, which in that case, if that happens, then we can see a run up to $15 per share, which would be a, let me see over here, a 10% profit, which is nothing to sneeze at when it comes to a short-term trade. And the second stock on my watch list for tomorrow is going to be Nvta. I don't even know if I am pronouncing the name of this company correctly. So the ticker symbol is NVTA. And in the case of Nvta, guys, it went up today. It had a very solid day, up today 2.91%. And remember, guys, that this is the company, this is the genomics research company that Cathie Woods pumped up a few days ago on CNBC. And I actually took a very nice day trade today on Nvta. So I purchased this morning 40 shares at $39.24, and I ended up selling those 40 shares later on today at $42.13. That was something like a $116 profit, nothing to complain about, okay? And when it comes to the technical analysis, guys, of Nvta, I am going to zoom in here on the 4-hour chart. And I would love, guys, Nvta to pull back tomorrow because it closed the day today at $42.80. So if tomorrow I see Nvta pulling back down to say $40.12, or even better, the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart at around $39.54, I will be for sure picking up 50 or 100 shares to try to take another day trade on Nvta. We have a very strong resistance coming up on the 4-hour chart, which is going to be the 180 SMA at around $46, okay? And mind you, guys, this is a very volatile stock, so it is perfectly possible seeing it pulling back, as I said before, down to $40, or maybe the 50 SMA at around $39.48, and then pulling back up and maybe getting up to the 180 SMA at $46. In that case, guys, we are talking about a, let me see over here, 12% profit from $40 per share, okay? A very nice profit as well on Nvta, taking into account that we are talking about a short-term trade. And for those who might be interested in investing in this company at a long term, as of now, we find this stock at something like, let me see, 29% of its highs, okay? So if you love Cathie Woods stocks, which I do as well, then this might be a good opportunity to start a long-term position on Nvta. And the last stock of this video, guys, is going to be a reopening stocks. So let's talk about Carnival Cruise Corporation. And in the case of Carnival Cruise, guys, it went up today 2.41%. And take a look at this uptrend, guys. I mean, from a technical standpoint, this is a beautiful uptrend channel, all right? And check this out, guys. I am going to pull up here the 3-year chart, and Carnival Cruise, if I pull up the 3-year chart, then the chart changes completely, right? So Carnival Cruise is right now trading 41% away from pre-COVID-19 levels. So from a long-term perspective, we still find Carnival Cruise Line at a very attractive price. And if I pull up again the 4-hour chart, so I can tell you guys what's my plan when it comes to Carnival Cruise, I am going to zoom in here and take a look at this. Carnival Cruise is obviously trading above the moving averages, the 180 SMA and the 50 SMA, but take a look, guys, the 50 SMA coincides with a very strong level of support and resistance for Carnival Cruise. So $27.80, okay, per share approximately was a very strong resistance for Carnival Cruise during the first days of this month, and it also held twice as a support back on March 16th and also March 17th, so today, okay? So anything near, guys, and in my opinion, okay, anything near $27.80 is definitely a screaming buy on CCL. The next level, or the next foreseeable level of resistance in the case of CCL is $30, or yeah, $30 per share. So we are talking about, in the case of a short-term trade, we're talking about a 7% profit, all right? A very nice profit if we are talking about a short-term trade, right? So 27.80, definitely a screaming buy on CCL, and I am talking about a short-term trade, guys. But even if any of you is bullish on CCL as a reopening play, then picking up shares at around, yeah, $27.80, $28 might end up being a very profitable business, because as I just showed you, this stock is still 40% away from pre-COVID-19 levels, okay? So keep a close watch on CCL tomorrow at around $27.80 or $28, okay? And with CCL, I am going to wrap up the video. Thank you very much for your attention, guys, and remember that we are posting this stock market updates Mondays through Thursdays, so if you want to get our notifications in a timely manner, you need to remember to activate the notification bell right down below. And if you found value in this video, please hit the like button for me as well, and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done it yet. And remember that this is the bilingual stock market channel, the YouTube channel in which we talk about the stock market, but we do it in two different languages, English and Spanish, but most importantly, the YouTube channel in which we know that the wonderful world of Wall Street is not for geniuses, it is for entrepreneurs just like you guys and myself. My name is Alvaro, and I will see you guys tomorrow, Thursday, with another stock market update video. Peace out, keep on crushing the markets, and Jerome, thank you very much, man. You are the man.